What's up, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. If you're new here, hi, hello. Feel free to subscribe down below, turn on post notifications, leave comments, concerns, or whatever. Follow me on social media, it's all down below. But if you're new here, this is gonna be kind of an interesting video for everyone because I'm just gonna sit down and have a little chit chat with you guys, and I want to talk to you guys about where I'm at mentally and how I'm feeling and like what I want to do this upcoming year, just because it's the start of a new decade. I turned 25 in December, so I just feel like it's a good like little update for you guys. And like the last time I did one of these videos was when I like came back to YouTube, so figured I would do another one now that it's a fresh start pretty much. So starting off, I do want to start uploading on a consistent schedule. I'm definitely one of the people that needs like structure in their lives. The type of jobs that I like work always like are very catered to like my lifestyle, so like I make my own schedules pretty much. But if I'm not doing something, like if I don't have anything planned for a day, then I just am not productive. I need to have some kind of structure in my life, and I feel like it'll be good. So I plan on uploading every single Sunday for all of 2020. Every year before that I did YouTube ever since I was like 18. I would upload just like whenever I had a free minute, just because I was a full-time college student. I was working 2 jobs at one point. I was a college cheerleader at one point. It was a lot. So I just uploaded like whenever I had time. But now I feel like now that I have more of like an adult lifestyle, I have time and I can actually plan out my weeks and I can upload on a schedule, and I feel like that's going to be really good for me mentally, just because I really like YouTube. YouTube is something that I do because I think it's fun, and it brings me like happiness. Like it makes me happy making videos. Like a lot of people I know are like, oh, YouTube is like family to me, and it really is. Like I might not have like the largest following, but like I feel like it keeps me happy and it makes me feel like I have a lot more friends than I do. But yeah, so I did want to start off this video by saying that I will be uploading on a more consistent schedule this year, just because I feel like it'll be good for my sanity, and it'll make me like actually have something to look forward to and work towards every week. So it'll give me more like structure to my life and more structure to this channel, just because before it was literally just like an online version of my brain, because my brain is just everywhere all the time. But yeah, so I did want to do that, keep myself on a schedule. I think last year I made a video on how to be successful in 2019, and one of my tips was to plan out your weeks, and I did that and it was going really well, and then I just stopped. So I feel like this year I really want to focus on that and actually like plan out my weeks and plan out my videos and do all that, and that way you guys can have a video every week, because I know a lot of you guys really liked Vlogmas and you were like, we look forward to your videos every single day. So this way you have something to look forward to. So every Sunday you're going to get a new video, whether it's a vlog or a sit down video or whatever, every Sunday, and it's going to keep me accountable and it's going to make everyone's life better, I feel like. So I wrote down the little list. This video has like no structure, but like I said, I just wanted to talk and tell you guys where I'm at and what I'm thinking. But so the list goes: I want to quit, I want to try, I want to start, I want to stop, I want to learn, I want to have, I want to continue, and I want to be. So for the first one, I want to quit, I said I want to quit comparing my success to others. So where I grew up, a lot of people ended up going to school and getting their degree, and right after they got their degree, they ended up getting like an office job or something like that, and that is how where I grew up defines success, like getting a 9 to 5 and having a nice like work week and structure and whatever, like going to the same job every single day, doing the same thing every single day. And that is something that I never like really saw myself doing, as like weird as it sounds. Like I wouldn't like mind doing it, but I don't think I would want to do that forever. And so I feel like in a sense, because everyone that I was surrounded with did that, I've always felt like I haven't like done as well as them, like if that makes any sense, like because I don't fit into like the little box that I was like meant to go into. I feel like I would always, who is making so much noise out there, but it's really interrupting my vibe. Anyway, but because I always compare myself to that, I feel like that really like brings down me, and that feel like it stifles like my growth specifically, because I get like embarrassed doing things like making videos, because people are like, what are you doing? You're 25, like filming a video for random people. Like, that's not how I see it, but that's how they see it. And I feel like because I've focused so much time like scrolling through their Instagram feeds or seeing that like they're getting married and they're having kids and stuff like that, and like that's never been something that's appealed to me, but because I compare myself to that, I feel like that's stifling my own growth, and I should stop doing that for my own sanity. But yeah, so that's something that I want to quit. I want to quit comparing myself to other people and comparing like my success to their success, because everyone's version of success is different, and I feel like everyone is successful in their own ways and everyone sees their life going in different directions. So I need to like focus on myself and not focus so much on what other people are doing. So, you know, it goes back to that whole social media being toxic thing that everyone's been talking about, and what my psychology degree kind of taught me. But yeah, you know, do you get what I'm saying? I feel like that entire thing did not make a lot of sense, but hopefully it did. But I'm kind of just rambling. I didn't write anything down, so this is just like what I'm thinking. This is like what I would tell, like I've had conversations like this with my best friend. So, but that's one thing that I've been thinking about a lot. The next one I want to try. So I've always been a very like introverted, extroverted person. So if I know my friends really well, then I will be the most bubbly, loud, outgoing person that's in the group. Like that's just always how I've been. But if I am new to a situation or I'm not as close with other people, because I really do keep my circle very small, so I'm only comfortable with like a select few people, but I want to try being more social and saying yes to hanging out with people that I might not be as close with, just because I've never been comfortable in those kinds of situations. I've always been more introverted and kept to myself. I've always kind of just been like, I feel like I've isolated myself in a way. Like I'm very okay with being alone, and that's one of the reasons that I thought YouTube would be really fun for me, is because it was something that I could do by myself in my room, in my own privacy. But I want to try being more social and saying yes to more like social situations, even if it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like there have been times when I'm like, why am I so afraid to hang out with like a new person, like a new friend, a new whatever. Or there was literally even one time when I was playing a video game online with Jay and his friends joined the chat, and I literally exited the game and ended the chat because I didn't want to talk to them because I didn't know them. So I want to try being more social and like putting myself out there more and not saying no, because I'm sure a lot of my coworkers, if they are watching this, could attest that I'm always the first person to be like, no, it's okay, I don't want to go. I'm just gonna go home and sleep. So I want to try being more social and like trying to like be more out there and hang out with more people instead of just like the people that I'm very, very comfortable with. So I want to try like branching out, and like even if it, like, because I've always been like a more like anxious person when it comes to social situations, which is why I always tried to put myself in situations that would make me be more comfortable around people. Like I grew up doing like drama and musical theater, and then in high school I played sports. Like I was a cheerleader, I was a soccer player, so I always wanted to try and put myself in situations that I wasn't super comfortable with. So I think that's something that I've kind of moved away from ever since I stopped going to school, because after I graduated I kind of just went back to like just being in my little shell. So I want to try breaking out of that again and try to interact with more people. And you can learn a lot from more people, and I always am one to say that, so I should probably follow my own advice. One thing that I want to start is I want to start investing my money. So I've always been very good at saving my money, but it's always just sat in my savings account, and I really want to learn, or I want to start investing my money in other ventures, whether it's business ventures or in like Roth IRAs, 401ks, whatever, and or if I want to start investing in real estate, something like that. I just want to start doing that this year. One of my goals for 2020 is that by the end of 2020, I'm 25, so this is kind of like a big goal, but I've always set big goals for myself. I want to own a home. I want to own a home. I know that's not surprising to hear from people that are very successful on YouTube, because they're like 23, 24, 25, like around my age, and they're all living in Hidden Hills, Calabasas, whatever. But I feel like I'm more of like that in-between kind of stage where like I have money saved up, but I'm not like a social media influencer, and I'm not like, I don't have like an excessive bank account, but like I want to own a home this year, and I think that will make me feel very like I've achieved something. So that's what I want to start doing, is I want to start learning how to invest my money. And I think that would be a very smart thing, because I don't want my money to just sit in a savings account and not go towards anything. Eventually, I would like to, well, not even eventually, I need to start now. It's January, it's fine. I need to learn how to invest my money. The next one, I want to stop hiding my emotions. I used to be a very like angry person. I feel like when I was younger, I was like, I was a brat. And I feel like the older that I got, the more like I went through like a lot of like what a lot of people go through when they're younger, is I got teased, I got bullied or whatever. And I really learned to like, it like give me like a thick skin, and I learned to like keep a lot of my emotions hidden, just because, you know, they always teach you like, oh, like don't let them know that they're winning or whatever, and then that way they'll leave you alone. And that worked, yeah, for sure. Like I got over it, whatever. Everyone, I feel like a lot of people have that same bullying story. It's not like anything crazy, but because of that, I feel like I have learned to keep a lot of things bottled up. And my friends always like call me on this. They're like, you have no emotion, you're just very monotone all the time. And I feel like even on my channel, it's always like, I'm so happy, I'm this, I'm that, like life is great, but sometimes life is not great. So I feel like I need to learn how to express myself and not keep everything bottled up, because sometimes when I keep it bottled up for too long, it just kind of explodes. So I want to stop hiding my emotions and actually like let people know how I'm feeling, and that way I can move forward. Me and my best friend, I've actually been working on this for a long time, and me and her have a very like open communication now, and we always tell each other if we're upset, if we think one of the other ones needs to like take a step back, and that took a long time. But yeah, so I think I want to start expanding that kind of relationship to like the other people in my life, and start expressing how I feel more. That way I can like not hold everything in until I like combust. But yeah, I want to learn. So going back to investing my money, I want to learn how to invest my money. So I do want to start investing my money this year, and that's obviously, we just talked about that, but I want to learn how to do it. Like, these are things that they don't like teach you in school. Like, it's kind of like those memes where they're like, oh, like they taught you like what the square root of pi is, or like how to do polynomials, but they didn't teach you how to do your taxes. It's like the same thing with like investing your money. No one ever tells you how to invest your money. They just kind of like expect you to know when you're older, and you're just like out here like, I don't know what I'm doing, help. So I want to learn how to invest my money. I want to learn how to invest in real estate. I want to learn how to invest in stocks or anything like that. Like, I think that's something that I should do, and especially because I'm not in school anymore, I think it'd be good for me to like actually educate myself and keep my brain like learning new materials and keep my brain sharp. So I think I want to start reading books, and like maybe even like, I don't even know, take a class, not like a guru class. I'm not trying to like get scammed over here, but I've been listening to like podcasts and do more research on how to invest money, and like where to invest it, and like what's the smartest way to invest it. So yeah, I want to learn how to invest my money this year, and then that way I can be like financially stable throughout my life. And like, I know like a lot of people, like once they get money, they don't know how to stay financially stable, and they just kind of like blow it all. And I don't want to like end up like that, because I have had jobs where I do make quite a bit of money, but like I said, I've never done anything with that money. It just kind of sits in my bank account. So I want to learn how to make that like a lifelong lasting thing, and I want to be able to retire and not have to worry about like making enough money to survive, you know? So I want my money. There's like a quote somewhere, someone please, if you know who said this quote, it's, I want to make the money, or something similar, I'm paraphrasing, but it's, I want to make my money work for me, I don't want to work for my money. So eventually I want to get to the point where my money is self-sustaining, and I am able to just kind of sit back and take like a step back and just do my own thing and live life, and not have to like go to work every day and like worry about like, oh, okay, what am I going to do to make my next big money thing, you know? So I want to learn how to do that. I feel like this sounds like very pretentious and like whatever, but I feel like I want to be real with you guys, and I want to like talk about like my goals specifically. So my goals, I want to be like more of like a business savvy person and like invest in myself. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like I want to be able to have money, and then obviously I'm not just going to keep all this money for myself. I do want to reach out to like charities, or I know that sounds so basic, and I'm trying to make this not sound basic and not sound pretentious and not sound like I'm just trying to like get as much money as I can and be filthy rich and whatever, but I want to be able to do good things with the money that I do earn, and I want to be able to leave money for people that I care about, whether that's my parents, my friends, the rest of my family, like something. I don't want to just keep it all to myself. So this is why I know a lot of these this information is surrounded around money, but yeah. The next thing I want to have more memories. So there was a point in my life when I was traveling a lot, and I feel like that was some of like the happiest times in my life. It was also some of the most tumultuous times, and I was really upset a lot of the time because, you know, that was like during my very early 20s, and that's always a rough time for a lot of people, you know. But regardless, I want to make more memories like that. Like I made like little travel diary videos, and I didn't post them on here or anything. I wanted them for myself. Like I made them for my friends, and they were like, these are so cool, and I took so many pictures, and I had a lot of great food, and we like just walked around, had no plan, just did whatever we felt like, and I want to have more memories like that. So I want to make more memories this year, whether it's traveling or even just like seeing my friends more often, because I know my friends are really busy because they're out doing their own things and like being successful in their lives. So I want to make more time for my friends, more time to travel, even more time for like my family, because since I live in a different state now, I don't get to see them as often. So yes, I would like to make more memories in 2020. I want to continue to work hard. So one thing about me is that I've always been like very go. Like I never want to not be working towards something. When I was in high school, I wanted to work towards going to a really good four-year university. When I was in university, I wanted to graduate with honors, and I wanted to make a lot of money after, or get a good job, or whatever. Like, you know, like I've always had a goal in mind, and I've always worked towards that, and like I've always wanted to keep myself busy, and I think that's something that I want to keep doing. Like when I was in college, I would work 2 jobs and be a full-time student and do an extracurricular, and that would make me happy. It made me happy, not just like sitting doing nothing. So I want to keep working hard, whether it's YouTube or like learning about different things, like I said, or like the investing thing. Maybe I'll get my real estate license or something like that. I just want to keep working hard and working towards my goals and keeping myself busy. So that's definitely one of the things, because if I'm not busy, then I go crazy, because I have a very like active mind, and if I'm not doing something at all times, then I'm just like insane. On the list is, the last thing on the list is I want to be successful in my own eyes. So I've always been the type of person that's always needed someone to say like, you're doing okay, kid, you're doing good. I think that just comes from like years of like sports and like your coach just being like, you're doing a good job, way to go. But I think that that's kind of like a toxic thing. Like I want to be able to know for myself that I am doing okay and I am succeeding in the things that I want to succeed in, because oftentimes I have to have like my friends or like other people that are not me tell me that I'm doing okay and that like I just did this big thing and like that's a big achievement, and I'm just like, is it? I think it's okay. Like my reaction is, all right, I think it's okay. And I think that I do that just because like everyone always wants to strive for more and everyone always wants to have more in their life, and I feel like me specifically, I always feel like I could do better, and I want to be able to be like, oh well, this person's doing this and that's really cool, but I also did this and that's also equally as cool, and that's like 2 different forms of success, but like doesn't make mine any less or like any more than anyone else's. And I want to be able to like take a step back and like realize that. So I feel like that's really important, and I think that's something, especially now that I am 25, and I feel like at 25 most people like start like settling into their like adult lives and like figuring out like what they're gonna do for like the rest of their lives. I feel like now like I need to be able to like do that for myself more than ever, because like I said, I didn't choose the same route as everyone else. I need to realize that I can take a step back and look at everything that I've done so far and realize that I'm doing okay. But yeah, that's my 2020 reflections list. It's not really like resolutions. I feel like this is more of like a let me help myself kind of video. And I thought it would be cool to bring you guys along, and then I can watch this video in a year and see how I did pretty much. So I think that this is like a good milestone. And like I said, I haven't made a video like this since I came back to YouTube. So I thought it'd be cool to just kind of like sit down and chit chat with you guys about like very real, raw things. Like this is obviously very unscripted, off the top of my head, and just things that I've been thinking about. And I've been having a lot of these conversations with like my friends and like my family and stuff. So I figured it'd be a good video to film, and I want to keep it like very honest and raw with you guys because you guys are like my big cyber family. So yeah, let me know what your list would be down below. I'll post like the little questions in the description as well so you can like actually read them. So yeah, post yours down below. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video next Sunday. Love you. Bye!